can't believe Toontown is still like a thing.
Wait, Toontown's a thing? What is Toontown?
That's what I'm saying.
I need you to explain to me what Toontown is.
Toontown.
I mean, this seems like not the time.
Actually,
no, it's the time.
Game.
Not the time.
It's the time.
It's a game that was released by Disney, but it's all about like capitalism. Like basically, you create like a character that's like an animal, and instead of hurting them with like regular weapons, you use things called gags. So it'll be like a flower that squirts water, or you throw a pie at them or something, or you like drop a piano on their head. Like you.
That seems pretty violent. Like dropping pianos on people's heads. Like that's pretty aggressive.
Super live, Wolf.
I know.
Okay.
We're just having a conversation. It's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry, everybody. We'll get to D&D. We're talking about Toontown. It's fine.
The enemies are called cogs, and there's 4 different types. There's like boss bots, there's cash bots, there's sell bots, and there's law bots. And so there's different rankings. So you have like.
So you're attacking robots, not like other toons.
No, there's robots.
Okay, so
yeah,
it's not violence when it's against robotic creatures.
But
that's
the
what I've
robots
learned.
Are all based off of like capitalistic virtues. So you go around basically destroying capitalism.
I mean, so it's like a socialistic propaganda? Like I'm so confused.
It was released
capitalist
by
propaganda.
Disney.
But it's capitalist propaganda. I'm so confused. But also
I know.
But also horribly intrigued that I might go find this afterwards.
It's
It's
like from 2003 or something.
All right, you had me at 2003.
Their 18th anniversary or something, yeah.
It's alright, I've been playing City of Heroes lately.
Ooh, that's a classic.
Didn't they shut that one down too? Am I like what?
Yeah, it's a like some somehow the fans got
a community revival.
Yeah,
they made their own servers. They took the code. Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's great.
So good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna reel this group back in a little bit, and thank you so much for filling us in about or just plain horrible. Yep, that's right, Soviet Menace. I am just plain horrible. Also, you can go be a horrible existing person too, because you know what, Aaron, I don't need your garbage. Anyway, hi everyone. My name is DerWolf. I'm the Game Master, and this is a lovely group of role players that are going to be maybe role playing. We might just talk more about Toontown. You know what? We're here to have some fun, and at the end of the day, that's really all that matters, is that we all have a good time, maybe give you all a couple laughs, maybe some tears, maybe make you think about your life a little bit. You know, we want to question the morals, and I'm just going to let people introduce themselves now. So we'll start with Augie. Tell us about their character. Just name your character real quick. We'll make it brief. If you want to go back and hear about the whole backstory, you can go to last session, but just take it away, Augie. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Augie. My character, his name is Zogun. He is a Twilight cleric. The race is a Kalashtar. I think that's how you pronounce it. At least it's close.
That's canon now.
We just leveled up, so we're at level 2. And he is basically just, he's a simic scientist, so all he really cares about is taking notes. He works with the Guardian Project, so he's just trying to do research and find out how he can make his own monsters better when he goes back.
Glorious. And you know what? You're going to run into plenty of monsters, and if you live, you'll have some stories to tell. Speaking of stories to tell, let's pivot over to Drubaka, Mr. Click Click. Fill us in.
So my name's Drew, and I'm playing the Kenku Bard. He is not very trustworthy, and that's all anybody really knows about him, because he only speaks in things that he's heard before. So that may or may not get annoying. We'll find out.
Fair enough. Speaking of annoying, Patrick, why don't you take the floor?
I play Barden Stonekeith. He is a dwarf. He is the serious person that was hired by the Rock Seekers to lead these people through the mine and see if the mine is actually worthwhile.
Straight man of our comedy troupe.
I will be the straight man. You always have to have a straight man in every group to make it worthwhile. You could say I'm the Bob Saget. No, too soon?
Yikes.
Too soon? No.
Wow, that's...
No, I think
happened.
he'd be down for it.
Actually, that is probably a joke Bob Saget would like.
Yeah.
We taking a moment of silence for Bob Saget?
R.I.P.
All right, it passed. Okay, and let's see here. Speaking of a moment of not silence, because he is loud and in charge and proud, we're gonna go with Pator. Brian, fill us in.
Hello, I am Brian. I am at MindOverBrian on both Twitter and on Twitch, although on Twitch I spell it with a 0. And I am playing Peter, the Dragonborn fighter of the group who aspires to be an Echo Knight. And
glorious.
his common is a little rusty, so he speaks with an accent. It's very heavy.
But it's good. It's good. He's got himself some, he's good. He's good. He just colloquials.
He tries very hard.
Colloquials can be a little lost on him at times, but it's all right. It's good. And last but certainly not least, because how's that muffin shoulder doing? By the way, still hurting a little bit. I think it's disadvantaged.
His little sore.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely certain if fully healed.
Hard yikes.
I'm Jester Jasper. People just call me Jasper. I'm playing Blue, the sorceress of the group, Dragonborn sorceress. She is obsessed with the sweet things in life. She loves muffins so much. Yeah, that's about it.
Beautiful. And as mentioned before, I am the Game Master, DerWolf. Super excited to be back again for Session 2 of the Lost Mines of Phandelver, which I actually said right this time. And we're going to transition over to our main screen with our map and all of that. And when we last left off, does anyone want to give a recap of what happened last time, or you guys want to have me take the floor here? Because you're going to hear me talk a lot. So if anyone's feeling like, man, I want to do a recap, you can
We
do
got
it.
back from a place that was very, very cold into a place that was very, very warm. There was the little man who said he was going to give me some muffins, and he actually gave me some muffins. He put them on a little cart and said, hello, you are going to mine now with all the muffins. And so we all hop on cart after a long night of revelry and running from the librarian, and we frolic off into the forest only to run into 2 very sick horses. Luckily, we were able to put them to rest nice and safely under a shaded tree and found a cave full of goblins. So that is where we are.
You didn't even mention my owlbear.
Owlbear.
I wasn't there for that. Blue doesn't know about that.
I mean, there was an
I'm
owlbear.
sure I told you.
Yeah.
That's all I would have been talking about.
It's a pretty great owlbear. This is pretty amazing. So, we open our scene with the party having just made their way to a cave.
I'm
The
already
cave
on the
mouth in the side of a kind of an over, like a little cropped out hill area. And you all are, looking at this cave, and you've just heard this. It doesn't sound like your Dwarven compatriot. It does not sound like your Dwarven compatriot, but it does sound like a human-like voice. You hear the goblins, wah, silence, wah, poke him with a stick, and you have, get off me, you bastards! Get your grubby hands off me! I'll tell you, I'll take every one of you. And it's just there's lots of shouting, and you also hear some yipping, what sounds like perhaps maybe wolves or dogs from inside the caves as well. So you all are just outside of this cave entrance, and at this point I'm going to have everyone make perception checks, please. Perception checks.
Missing somebody outside this cave entrance?
Zogoon.
Is so good not there?
I'll put myself in.
Oh my god, there you are.
Yeah, best I've rolled so far.
All right, let's take a look here. So we got 10, 12, 21, and 21. So Barden and Jasper, you are both surveying this rocky outcropping, this kind of stone entrance area that leads deeper into this cave, where you're hearing these shouts and some of these screams and the goblins arguing with whomever they happen to be arguing with. And as you do this, you hear some motion from just off to the right-hand side. You see that there's this stream. It's a very slow-moving stream right in front of you there. It's trickling down. There's kind of almost like a reddish tint to the stream. Not like blood, but maybe there's some sort of like mineral deposit in the water. And it's got this very, very faint kind of reddish tint as you watch the water dripping out from the cave. But off to the right, you hear two voices, distinct, but they sound goblinoid, and they appear to be having an argument over something. I don't believe anyone in the group speaks goblin. No, someone did speak goblin. Correct me if I'm wrong. Barden. So you would hear them speaking, and they're arguing over a squirrel. And they said, one of them saying, "It's mine! No! I found the squirrel!" And the other one's like, "No! It is mine! I am in command! He put me in charge!" And they're going back and forth having this argument.
Is that over here?
I am going to go ahead and actually reveal to you the two goblins that are hiding off in the side there. And they appear to be arguing over a squirrel.
With my perception check, do I smell any wet fur?
You do.
Okay.
Yes, you do smell wet fur, and you're 100% certain that you hear low canine growls and yips from inside of the cave.
I can try to. No, I do not have stealth. Well, I'm not bad on stealth. I'm gonna look at. We'll tap Peter in his leg and look up at him.
Yes, friend.
Goblins over there. We need to go around or go through. One or the other.
I think you and I can handle a couple of goblins.
Oh, of course. Oh, yes. Let's just. I guess we should turn around and tell them what's going on. So I'll turn around, tell everybody else there's two goblins over here. We need someone to watch the opening, if we can. And then look up at Peter. Which way do you want to go? Are you going to go straight? Or
how heavy is this brush ahead of us across the stream?
The brush is thick enough to where you can just barely see beams of kind of like that light trickling through, and you hear the goblins, but at this present time you don't actually see them. It's that thick. It looks like they actually probably went in and carved out, you can just see an entrance off to the side right there, where they likely went in and actually cut away some of this brush to create a little like hiding spot or watch area.
You know what might work? I could just breathe on bushes.
You could do that, and then I'll go up by the entrance.
Excellent.
Okay, give me a chance to go up there. So I guess I need to do. Oh no!
Oh boy! Oh boy! That's fantastic.
Oh,
So
no.
Barden, why don't you go ahead and pivot yourself right about there? Right about
Where?
there. Yeah.
Over here.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
And as you get there, you step on a skull, and you hear a sickening crunch, and it appears to be some sort of animal skull, maybe a deer or something like that. There's actually some antlers, and you step on it, and there's a sickening crunch, and the goblins arguing off to the side go silent. The yips and the shouts from inside the cave, silence.
I just look down and think in my head, I need to lose weight.
And with that, I'm going to reveal a couple more fanciful creatures as well. And rounding the corner and looking a little angry, you see several angry-looking wolves who have rounded the corner and are growling and snarling at you. And with that,
Stop it, Wolfie.
we are going to drop into initiative.
Hey!
Make sure to click your token before.
Yep, make sure to click your
Rolling initiative.
token.
Okay.
I'll take it.
All right.
Oh, look, it's the opposite of last week.
All right, that looks like everyone else is in. All right, let me get
Starting
these.
forest fires.
Let me get these wolves rolled in. And we've got yes.
How do you want us to do the tiebreaker? Do you want it to be Dex or do you want it to be a D20?
Just whatever your dex is. So the higher dex would be the tiebreaker.
My dex is 3.
Mine's 1.
Fair enough.
Okay.
All right.
I think the turn order actually does that on purpose.
It looks
already.
like it did do it on purpose already, which is perfect. So
Okay.
initiative. Let me roll for this wolf.
I like that Barden gets a 2.15.
And
Yeah, it actually put my actual dexterity in there. So
get these goblins. Okay. All right, let me get this goblin in there really quick for you. I'm sure you all will make very short work of these swines, but we never know. All right, and let's do this. We got our initiative ready to go. All right, I'm gonna put that over here. All right, and let me zoom out a little bit so that everyone at home can see what we're working with. And it's first combat of this adventure. Yeah, that's first one of this adventure, but we'll see what happens. So first up in the initiative is Petor.
I blow fire.
Oh boy.
15-foot cone of fire.
Oh boy. Oh boy. This is about to be bad.
Is the reflex save for 14?
Oh
or 13?
boy. Here we go.
Oh.
Oh! Goblin's on fire! Woo!
No, he's not.
Goblin's not.
That one's on fire!
That one's
Second goblin's on fire.
So second goblin takes 7 damage. First goblin takes 4.
Alright, first goblin is burst into flames, and as the gout of flame from Petor brushes over and just like engulfs the area around the goblins, you hear them start to scream and shout in pain, and the first one just takes the full bore of it and just is engulfed in flames and crumples into a pile of burning goblin flesh.
Oh boy.
And as that happens, we're gonna go ahead and I am actually gonna grab a little bit of fire. We're just gonna gotta do one of these because a portion of this area is now engulfed in flame. And we're just going to kind of plop this down, and that goblin is shouting and screaming because you lit everything on fire. And he doesn't really like that. But you know what? There we go. That's where life's at. Next up is this goblin who is like, ah! No! Fire! And he springs forth and dives into the river to put himself out. And is patting himself down, is like splashing water over his burns, and is just screaming, "We're under attack! We're under attack!" Ah! He's just screaming and just splashing water all over himself. And he looks over to Petor and just goes, "Dragon! Brah!" and just shouts just horribly. And Blue, you're up next.
Is he in water or did he just splash water on
Oh
himself?
no, he dived right into that small shallow creek. It's
Okay.
He's like it's only maybe 6 inches deep, so he's
How
like
far is
face
this?
first in, is like rolling and splashing in the water, just like throwing water up at you.
I'm just gonna use a firebolt down on this wolf. I need this first wolf here on the corner here.
Like where your mind's at.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Let's give it a roll. Firebolt. Firebolt. Oh, great. Oh, that might hit.
13.
Unarmored wolf.
That is a hit. That is a hit.
All right, and then I click this for damage, right?
Ooh,
8 fire.
nice. That wolf takes a solid 8 damage as the firebolt launches forward. It kind
Just
of
a
looks
little
like a
mote.
flaming muffin, you know, like maybe a muffin that you cooked too much, and it flies forward and just pops right in the wolf's face, singeing off bits of its fur, and yeah, it kind of looks like a half-burned puppy dog, unfortunately. Like, why would you be so cruel? It's horrible.
Oh.
Absolutely terrible. Look at oh man, Augie. I'm sorry. Augie just got real sad. Oh man, it's a half-burned evil wolf monster, not a puppy dog. So
now Zogun is very
yeah,
excited.
for all the kids at home. There you go. That's great. So yes, that wolf does not look great. But good news is next up is the wolf to the side, who is going to lunge forward to here. It is going to actually try to take a bite at the dwarf. Doesn't like that guy, so he's gonna go ahead and swing with a 7.
Nope.
Are you sure?
It does not hit my flat-footed 8. Oh, wait a minute, wrong game. Yeah,
I think your AC is only a 6, if I remember correctly. Right?
It's not. It's
Are
not.
you sure?
It's not.
I think it could be.
I'm very sure.
I mean, that'd be great if it was.
I think
for
he'd have to be
wolf.
naked and tied to something
Yeah.
for it to be a 6, wouldn't
I
he?
mean, maybe it could be. I don't know. I mean, crazier things have happened. You know, it could be a thing, could not be a thing. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I digress. So next up is this more different wolf at the back, who kind of gets back on its hind legs, like doesn't sit necessarily, but kind of arches its back and just lets out a horrific, loud howl, and it reverberates off the walls of this cavern. And from inside the cavern, you hear more shouts and hoops and hollers of goblins and other such creatures. And you hear other shouts of and howls in response to these wolves. And then it's going to move itself forward and also try to attack the dwarf.
Nope.
It was an AC 6. I mean, I said it. It's canon. That's what it is. I'm pretty sure it's 6 hits. It's
Just
6.
dodging out of the way.
I don't know, but it's Zogan's turn.
Like Gimli, watching out for those things.
Okay, I'm gonna move up here and I'm gonna hit the. I'll hit the wolf. That's right there
Like
with my warhammer.
Damn. Yeah, that'll play. That's 21. Go ahead and roll that damage. 10. Oof. So running up with the warhammer, Zogun takes his hammer and just cracks the wolf over the side of the head, and the wolf just kind of stumbles to the side, and it like looks at you, and you can see like Tweety birds going around its head. It's still standing, but it looks less angry and more like a wounded beast in this moment, and you're not sure if it's gonna maybe like fall back or if it's just gonna go into that like blood rage mode, but it looks like it's on its last leg at this point. Barden, you're up next.
All right, so I'm going to pull out short sword, dagger, and first attack is at that one with the dagger, and that is my offhand, but I do have 2-weapon fighting, so I do get the strength if I hit.
14 is a hit.
All right. So that would be 19.
And that was the one in the
That's the
front
same.
that
Is that
Zogan
right?
just hit?
No, that's
You
that
click
can't be
the
right.
like once you roll it, you click the dagger in the chat,
Oh,
and it'll
there we
do
go.
the damage.
There we go.
Yeah, there you
That's better.
And which one
Much
were you
better.
stabbing?
Wolfie here.
The one in front. So that wolf, you see as it begins to open its maw, Zogun, it looks like it's about to lunge at you, and then Barden just buries a dagger into its side and just carries it to the ground, and it is dead. That is a dead wolf. Super
Okay.
dead.
And then short sword since I stabbed it with the left hand at this one, right hand's going to be at that goblin
Do it.
with the short sword. 23.
That'll play. Yep, that will play. That goblin's
Okay.
still splashing in the water, just trying to put out the fire.
No,
And
it's
stop
not.
splashing. It's yeah, the
There we
fire
go.
He stopped splashing in the water.
the fire is put out, but it's also dead. So there you go. Yeah, that poor goblin is just, these guys are just so ineffectual. Yikes.
That's what I
Next
got.
up is Click.
Okay, Click is first going to give a bardic inspiration to Piter. So you get Piter. So you get a D6.
Oh, excellent.
And then let's see. I guess he's going to cast Vicious Mockery at this one.
Okay.
Here. And Trey, no. Be quiet. I'm on stream. Meow. I know, buddy.
And that is
My
at
brain.
the wolf in the middle. Is that correct?
Yes.
Excellent. All right, let me go ahead and have that make a quick save. Oh! It saves. Is that half damage, or what are we looking at? Oh boy.
I use a reaction to stop that. I cast Silvery Barbs as a
Okay.
reaction. An enemy I can see has to re-roll their save.
Oh boy. 3! The two polar opposites! Oh, that was classic.
I take his disadvantage and I transfer the advantage to Pitor. He now has advantage on the next roll he makes,
Love
attack
it.
or saving throw or anything like that.
Fantastic.
I love it. I love it. That is fantastic. So that wolf's like, ah! And then the wolf is just like, arr, arr. It's like, it looks like it's embarrassed because you're mocking it, and it just doesn't look happy.
Suck it out and give it to Peter.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And anything else, Click Click?
No. I think that's enough for me.
Solid. The wolf in the back is going to reposition over its friend and is actually going to try to attack Barden again because they just hate that dwarf. 7! One of these days, Patrick. One of these days, I'm gonna get you. Pow! Straight to the moon. But not today, probably. That's not today. So with that being said, that wolf just bites ineffectually. And the goblin down over
Sorry.
yonder is burning. And Pator, you're up next. Oh, by the way,
Peter,
Pator, you know that that area of fire?
Fire?
It's getting bigger. Like lots bigger.
Yes, Peter has intelligence.
This is a
of 10.
nice lush forest. Come on, it can handle a little bit
A
burning.
little natural burn off, right? It's a good thing. It's probably a good thing.
Peter moves to here and attacks, kicks Goblin corpse out of the way, and attacks with his greatsword.
I like it.
With advantage. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
Wait, I add D6.
that'll
That's
play.
Might have
15 now.
mattered.
That'll play. That'll play. Oh, the inspiration. That's right. From Click Click. Very nice.
Very
10
good.
slashing. Yeah, you bring the greatsword down and just carve into the side of the wolf, and it just boop collapses to the ground. That's another dead wolf. And you guys are just unstoppable. And the one in the back is just growling and snarling and snapping at y'all. And I don't think these guys have hit you once. But the good news is that goblin that was on fire is no longer on fire, but is also dead, so it's Blue's turn.
Oh god, I have to do things. Yeah, I'll just firebolt the one in the back.
I like where your mind's at.
Yeah. I hit the wrong
19 will play. That will play.
button. Oh, it actually did. No, sorry.
Yeah. 7. And
7.
the firebolt, foof, boom, right into the wolf's face. It wavers there for a moment and then collapses to the ground. And we're actually going to
Huzzah!
drop out of combat for a moment. You hear movement
Do I
from
have a
inside, but yeah, that fire is raging on, and it seems to be getting bigger and bigger. And then there is an unprecedented crack of thunder above you guys. And as though
We're blessed.
you are blessed, rain begins to fall. Very, very heavy rain. To the point of where from Blue to Zogum, you cannot see one another until you get right up next to the cave.
Yes.
But the fire is quickly doused by this torrential downpour.
I run into the cave. I do not like being wet. Run into the cave, and I prestidigitate the water off of me as soon as I'm inside.
Next person into the cave, who is it?
I would go.
Zogan,
like-
you are just drenched with water as Blue prestidigitates the water off of herself, and it just
Water
splashes onto you.
bending.
Yeah, it's water bending. There it is.
Friend Zogun, I wish to tell you again, I'm always impressed at your abilities in combat. I have always been told clerics are wussies, and you have proved not the case.
Thanks, man. I mean, I guess.
Was that in Dragonborn? Was that in Draconic? Bro, thanks.
No, thanks, dude.
Yeah, bruh.
Yeah, dude, it was totally awesome when you hit that guy with the Warhammer. It was amazing.
Amazing.
Heard clerics were punks, but you're like, rad.
You're like badass.
What about me? I killed.
You're not in on this conversation.
I killed
This is
two.
all
I killed two.
Draconic.
Rather than you are ranger. You're supposed to kill wolf.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That is good job.
All right. Thank you. All right. Let's go.
So to your right, as you enter into the cave, looking to the right, you see that there appears to be this small little wolf den area. And there's a small crack where there's just a little bit of light that is emanating through here, off to the side there. So I'm gonna go ahead and ping that for you. And it's right there. But with that being said, let me go ahead and clear the initiative. You hear the shuffling of feet, and from up ahead, just around the corner, you hear a much deeper voice. It doesn't sound like a goblin's. And Zogun and anyone that has dark vision, because this cave it's dark, but there is a little bit of light from a couple of campfires or something like that. Maybe there's some torches lit inside. But up ahead, you see what appears to be a hobgoblin next to a goblin on a small little bridge, and he is wielding a nasty looking spear in his hand. And as he looks over at you guys, he shouts down, "Who are you? Why have you come to my cave? You are not welcome here."
I shoot him with my bow.
I mean, you're welcome to drop into initiative if you wanted to shoot this guy. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
We don't take Republic credits.
combat.
Yeah, he's just like, tries to talk to you guys. You're like, screw you, I'm gonna shoot this guy. Yeah, all right.
We are
let's-
here for dwarf and
Hey,
human.
let's roll initiative again, and we'll get back after it. All right, fair enough. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, that's
Make sure to click your
that's how we're gonna
token.
play this. I'll just end that cinematic music. We'll just drop right back into desert combat.
We are here for dwarf and human.
How high is this bridge?
The bridge, so if you see the water, every time you see one of these little ripples, it's about another 5 feet up. So this is about 10 feet up above you. So you'd be shooting up at an angle at this guy, which doesn't really matter.
And
But-
so we can go under the bridge.
Yes, you could go under the bridge. That is correct. And I have to drop a bunch of guys into the initiative here. But you know what? It's probably going to be fine.
Oh no.
It's going to be fight.
I mean, it's going to be
Going
fight.
to be fight.
There will be some fights, and yeah. So I
First.
hear the other guys tried to parlay, and the PCs were just like, "Hey, f you." And
Well, I'm the only one that can.
Hey, don't
understand
lump us all in
goblins,
with that
so-
decision.
no, I think it was a group decision. I felt
Oh
it.
yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. I probably couldn't understand what he was saying.
That's see, you see an angry looking goblinoid, and you're like, "Oh, that guy's yelling at us. He probably wants to kill us. I'm gonna shoot him first." And there we are. So yeah, it's no one's
I
judging
have-
you.
I have an 8 intelligence, so yeah.
Oh, you are even
What?
less smart than the
Oh wow.
Peter.
Are you like the inventor scientist? What do you mean you have 8 intelligence?
I have a high wisdom, and I have a high
I love it.
He is cleric.
yeah.
Clerics don't need to be
Wisdom,
smart,
that's
they need to be
better.
wise.
Absolutely.
You know, they have to have the
Everything.
wisdom
I'm
to
gonna
shoot
zoom out just
first,
a little
ask
bit
questions later.
for the friends at home, so you guys can see.
The wisdom to shoot first and ask questions
Yeah,
later.
there's just a bunch of guys, and oh boy, this is gonna be a process. So let me get all these goblins, goblinoids,
Sorry.
and everybody. No, I'm excited. You know what? Sometimes you just gotta kill everything.
Even
inside
the
cave.
chat's saying murder hobo, murder hobo.
Murder hobo, yeah, that's true. We're going murder hobo with the chat. Thank you, chat. We appreciate you all for supporting their blood rage ambitions. Oh lord, this is gonna be great. All right, let me just get this guy in there, and we got this guy. We got good old Clarg. He's a guy.
So we can't go that way.
We got
means it's all
this.
coming.
Well, I thought
this
I had
way.
done very well with 18 for initiative, but there's 222s.
Well, they're just living their best life.
I wonder if these guys have a +2 to initiative.
I think they do. I think they do. I've almost got them all in. We'll be done in a second.
Dude.
I
Just
rolled
looking
6
at
on my
this.
initiative, and I was like, you know what? I'm pretty happy with that.
I feel good, right? I feel good. I feel positive. This feels right.
Oh yeah, there's.
Oh man.
So bad.
Oh man. Yep. And I know I said hobgoblin, but it's actually a bugbear. Just FYI.
Oh.
It's probably no big deal. Yeah.
No, no.
Turns
No
out we don't know
difference.
the difference. So.
Yeah. It's
I
you're.
do.
It's, yeah. It's-
My
Yeah.
dwarf does.
You're all just it's just all those cave dwelling goblinoid folks and bugbear folks. But the good news is Click Click is up first.
Click, click.
Good news.
All right. Well, Click Click is going to give our fighter friend here another bardic inspiration,
Nice.
and then he can't really see what's going on, and I
I
don't
can
think
never quite tell if bugbears are cute or gross.
The bugbear growls down at you. That's racist.
It's the truth. I'm sorry.
Brrr, he says angrily. But actually, we get a surprise round here. So first up, actually, Zogan, because you did say I shoot the guy. So let's shoot the guy.
Should I move up, or can I shoot him from here?
I would say at that angle, I would say you've got an angle on him. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I like. Oh, I didn't mean to drag you all the way over there. That was crazy. Let's grab this thing. Yeah, I'd say you know what? It's a tight shot, but you're probably a little bit on edge, because there's goblins and wolves and everybody's trying to attack you. And it's easier to study monsters when they're dead, because then they're not trying to eat you. So I think this is right up Zogun's alley.
That's the 8 intelligence talking.
That's intelligence talking. Oh, Lord have mercy. Here we go. 13. 13 actually goes wide. So it fires, it looks like it's going to fire true. And then it just kind of breaks off of his armor that he's wearing. He's wearing like this thick hide armor. It just cracks and he looks down. And he just roars in Goblin. So Barden understands this. He just roars, "No quarter!" And just screams. And you hear all the goblins start hooting and hollering. And yeah, this looks like this is going to be a fight. A big old...
Bro, you gotta
angry
like
fight.
warn a guy. You can't just fire a crossbow from like right behind somebody.
I mean, God.
And
I exclaim
you
in
did your
Draconic.
inspiration.
Oh, I
is that
wasn't
correct?
thinking about it. He was just being rude, so I just figured, dude.
Yeah, like cha. Click, did you want to do anything else?
That was it for me.
Click, you're muted.
Oh, click.
You're muted, Click. You're muted. We can't hear you.
Drew!
Sorry, I was talking to my wife.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm
Did you-
gonna cast sleep.
So you did your inspiration. Were you gonna do? That was your turn. Were you doing?
It's inspiration's a bonus action.
Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. You want to cast sleep?
I'm
Excellent.
gonna cast sleep, and I'm gonna center it on the bugbear.
Excellent.
So that's 5d8 hit points. So, So 13 hit points worth of creatures, essentially.
Well, that goblin next to him is like, "Ah!" and just falls asleep right away, and is just on the ground napping. Just a nappy goblin, just napping, and the bugbear just kind of, no quarter. And speaking of no quarter, it's Clarg's turn, and Clarg is gonna take a javelin off his side, and is gonna huck it long and hard down the hallway, and he's trying to hit Zogun because Zogun shot at him.
I do not like being in front.
Yeah. So let's see how that goes. And so this massive, nasty-looking barbed javelin comes flying at you, and we'll see if he can hit. Let's see. Your AC is 18, so he's got to roll pretty
3
well.
1s on that sleep.
But I feel good about it. Let's see what happens. 15. 15 hits 18, right?
Huh?
15 hits an 18, right? Isn't that how math works? Pretty sure.
Oh.
Pretty sure. Yeah, so he hucks the javelin. Javelin goes flying, and it looks like it's about to hit you, Zogun. And your bro, Petor, like, shifts
Catches it.
to yell at you, and it just cracks off of his armor and shatters. Yeah. You're a little back and forth.
It's supposed to happen either. I'm so sorry, dude.
Yeah.
It's no problem. Just warn somebody next time
yeah,
you're going to
it,
fire.
Like a little bit of the splinters kind of get into your scales. Like, it's itchy, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. And with that, he's actually going to move down this hallway out of your sight. Because he just doesn't want to deal with you all. But, this goblin right here is just fast asleep, sleeping. And Peter, it's your turn.
All right, I see 2 tunnels. I will take this tunnel here.
I like it.
Everybody, are you all ready? I move here and I plant greatsword in ground in front of me and then draw pike. And then ready to attack first person to come.
I love it. Love where your mind's at. All right, next up is a more different goblin who is shouting in goblinoid, no quarter, no quarter.
Echoing through the cave.
Yeah.
No quarter!
No quarter. That's correct. More different goblin down here, also shouting no quarter. He's gonna just move. Zogun, you're up.
Not going to lie, I'm a little intimidated.
Right. Let me double check the range on this spell real quick. Because I'm gonna cast less. I'm gonna cast it on myself. I'm gonna move up here anyways with
You know what? We're
Petor.
gonna change up the music.
I'm gonna cast it on myself, Petor, and Barden. So that'll give you a added D4 to any attack roll or saving throws. And it's a concentration spell, lasts for a minute, so about 6 rounds as long as I
Nice.
don't get rocked too hard.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Beautiful. All right, this goblin over here is going to move over to this area, kind of gets to the top of this little hill area, sees Peter down there, draws his short bow, is going to try to shoot him.
Oh, watch out, they have bows.
22.
That'll hit.
Oh boy. Let's see here. Man, these goblins don't mess around. That's a d6 plus 2. Damn. All right. Fair enough.
I think that's just called a bow.
Boom, 7. That arrow strikes you hard. That hurts. Yeah. Ah! No quarter! Ah! Kill them all! And it's just shouting and screaming and angry. Next up is a more different goblin, which is in the back. Can't really get around his friend, but he's going to push past, and he's also screaming no quarter, and he's going to get to that pike range. And I believe you had prepared an action of some kind?
Yes.
Stab a guy? 12.
Oh.
12.
Wait, I use my bardic inspiration to make it at a 17.
I like it. I like where mine's at. 17 is a hit, and you may stab that goblin with your pike. Oh, that goblin gets speared on the end of the pike and just kind of slides down onto the ground and lands there, just very dead and very not goblining anymore. Poor goblin. He's trying to live his best goblin life. So over here, he's going to move up. You know, he's going to try to shoot you, because running down that hallway seems like a bad idea. 15.
That will miss.
It glances off of your armor. And then Barden, you're up next, my dude.
All right, we go to 5, 10, 15, and that's just 20. I do have 25s. I don't know if how we're doing this, like Pathfinder or this one. So we'll move up there. I've got both my short sword, and dagger. I'm just gonna wait for something to come around the corner.
From the
then I
left
can do
side where
something.
Pator has just stabbed that goblin, you hear a man's voice that sounds a little familiar, and he simply shouts, "There's 3 more in here! There's 3 more! Quiet, you!" And then you hear a ka-thunk.
And I'm gonna just kind of seal this off. I'm not gonna do anything else. That's it.
Beautiful. All right, this one over here. Just running around the corner angry. And this goblin down here is just going to move over to there. Let's see. Yemek. Good old Yemek. He's just going to hold tight. Goblin here is going to move up. You hear the bugbear shouting at them to get everyone, And you also hear a very angry growling. As a wolf.
Didn't mean to roll that, sorry.
Corner. You're good, man. Alright, this one here. You know what? He's gonna test his luck. He's gonna try to jump down to where his goblin buddy was. Try to stab Pator with a rusty shank of a weapon right into his dragon face. That's what we're going for. Let's see. This is a. It's more of like a jagged piece of metal that's been like glued with, you're not sure what kind of glue, but like to a stick, and he's just gonna like dive down at you, just like kamikaze, and yeah, just screaming no quarter, and let's see what happens.
Bro, not like my dragon face. That will totally hit me.
20. Oh boy. So the jagged metal pierces into your chest, and that will deal an additional some damage. Oh boy. Oh! This goblin's getting a star because he apparently is a mighty warrior. We're gonna give him a little lightning bolt on him, and he's just screaming, "No quarter!" Ah! Just stabbing into you, like that. And Blue, you're up next.
All right.
Switch up the music again. Back to
Rough.
Oh boy.
Don't want to put myself in line of everything, but I feel like I'm going to anyways. Because I'm a big old dummy dumb. I'm gonna go in line of everything. And then I'm gonna huck an acid splash back at these guys back here. At both of them, because you can hit the people. And it's just a DC 13 save.
Oh boy. And you're shooting at which one?
The 2 in the back here.
Alright, they're both getting hit?
Yeah.
Love it. You said DC 13?
Yes.
Alright, I have faith.
X.
20. Oh, these goblins are on fire! Ooh!
Blech.
Ooh! These goblins, they're ready to go. It's
Blue.
Hello everyone, welcome to session 2, the last session of the Lost Mines of Phandelver. It's gonna be
For
fantastic. Next week we'll be playing something different. No, I'm just kidding. We're fine.
You move, use a spell, and then move again? Or is it just... Okay, didn't think so.
Alright, perfect.
Yeah, you
next.
can move and use a spell
can-
and then move
Yeah.
again.
As long as you
got
still have
moves.
movement. As
Yeah.
long as you still have movement left.
I still have 10 feet of movement, so I'll just move back behind everyone.
I love it.
There you
If that's
go.
allowed.
Yeah, I'm good with it. And
Okay.
this goblin is gonna just kind of make his way over yonder, and he sees a Bardin. He's gonna try to stab him with a. He actually has a sword. This guy actually.
Barden has a
sword.
prepared action, right?
And he does.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
So I only get one.
Do
I
it.
can only use one, right? I can't use both, even though I've got 2 hands.
As far as I know, just one. Yes.
Yeah, just one. That's
Mhm.
like I said. I've been playing Pathfinder for 2 years, so. You know.
You and me both for the last
Yep.
12.
All of
Oh,
6 of
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh.
I get a D4 for bless. Yeah, 14.
So you go to stab, and the goblin like slides under it, and it's just cackling and screams, "Quarter, no!" And then you hear the bugbear from the back going, "It's no quarter, you dummy!" It just screams at you, and he's gonna try to stab you. And this guy, 9. That does it, right? Because your AC's 9.
Nope.
Right?
This dwarf is just.
I think
dexterity.
your AC's 9. I looked at your
No,
character
no,
sheet.
no,
It
no,
said
no.
it said 6 earlier, and
It
you got
says
plus 3 from
13.
being a sneaky cheater. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. We're gonna move on and pretend that didn't happen. And click. We're back to the top of round 2 with click. If you're talking, Drew, you're muted.
I'm gonna unmute myself first.
Doing God's work. Fantastic.
Then.
That's a standard action. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his bonus. That'll be his bonus.
And-
No, I'm a
That's a
bard.
free action.
I'm a bard.
Free
It's a bonus.
It's a free action.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'm gonna just give our fighter my last bardic inspiration,
I like it.
Oh, excellent.
and then I'll attack this one with vicious mockery.
Okay. Love it. I love it. And that's the one in front of Barden?
Yes.
Beautiful. DC 13. Make it save. 14.
God.
Oh. Oh. I know. This is tough. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I really wanted this to go the distance, but you know what? Sometimes the dice,
The
have a
dice are
story
not
to tell.
with us tonight.
Yeah, they got a story to tell. Speaking of stories to tell, this guy is gonna come back. He's gonna draw back on that javelin he's got, and he sees a Zogun, and he's got his eye out for Zogun. Let me tell you, he's gonna be like he does like an Olympic like pole vaulter style, and he like waits, and you see he like takes his paw and he kind of puts it out in front. Does one of these, check for air wind, even though he's in a cave, and then he hucks it. And that spear, it's flying. And it looks like it's flying true. And a 15.
No.
I'm pretty sure a 15 hits. So he
Rams in
releases,
the click behind
and
him.
it's a solid shot. All right, let's give this guy a chance. It's a solid shot. It's just like 5 feet too high and strikes the rock wall behind you. And you just see him go, damn it. And then he's going to slip back with the rest of his movement behind here. And next up is this goblin over here who is still fast asleep. And you see him like kind of like he's dreaming. He's like having a dream. You see him like doing this motion. And Blue, you recognize this motion as he's probably having a dream about muffins. He's just and yeah, and Petor, you're looking a little
Petor.
rough, but
First thing he does is use second wind so that I can regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus my fighter level
strong.
for 7 hit points. Now I'm perhaps not going to die
Perhaps.
immediately. And then I will attack the guy in front of me who thinks he's such a great warrior with my greatsword. So I'll plunge my pike in the ground, draw the greatsword back out, and then just greatsword this guy.
I love it. Make it happen. Let's do it. Oh, 19. Yep. Oh, so this goblin, he's got his dagger, pulls it back, lands all like super stylish, and you see him like do this like knife flippy thing, and then you just cut him in half. And
Excellent.
That's the end of
which point-
Griggrog.
At which point, Peter moves to here and says, "How do you like me now, goblins?"
No, Corker! They're a little scared, probably.
Only
so
50-cent pieces.
Goblin back here. He's gonna move over, and they just can't quite get down the area there. He's gonna draw a bow, and he's gonna try to shoot Barden. 18.
Yeah, that hits.
I knew I'd get you one of these days. 6 damage. Suck it, Patrick. Boom.
Headshot.
How do you like me now? Why am I so mean to Patrick? I gotta stop. He's gonna stop playing with me one day. It's gonna be terrible. All right, so yeah, the bow fires, the arrow flies true and strikes you in the shoulder. And this goblin back here, they can't quite get around. Zogun, you are up.
I'm going to use my channel divinity, and I'm going to cast my Twilight Sanctuary.
Ooh.
So I can type. So everyone gets 3 temporary hit points.
That's better than kicking the teeth.
I love 3 temporary hit points.
And that is my turn.
That's not a bad turn. And this goblin in front of Petor, I want to call you Pytor. Pie, because pie's delicious. Anyway, I digress. All right, with that being said,
Sound like blue.
we're gonna pivot over to. Don't get me started on this whole thing you've got between cupcakes and muffins. It's just look. We don't have the time nor the flour to truly have this discussion and figure out what's best. But with that being said, we're gonna go over to this goblin right here. That's going to drop his bow and is going to pasties. Yes, please. He's going to try to stab the dragon folk. 10. That's a hit, right?
No.
All right.
That is miss.
So that is 5 damage to your imaginary HP because it didn't hit. So that's fine. Next up is a more different goblin that's dead. And then the goblin over next to him is like, sees that you're distracted by defending against that attack, sees his moment to shine and to truly stand out amongst the goblin gods. And he lunges, trying to drive his small dagger into you for a 7.
That is a no.
That's a hit, right? Because 7
No,
plus 10 is 17, and your AC is 16. So
Yes,
when you add the numbers
math checks
together,
out.
that's how this game works, right? You can add attacks together, right? Come on, Augie, back me up here. You gotta back me up on this.
I actually have something else to say though.
Oh, all right, that's fair.
So with the Twilight Sanctuary, it's actually every time someone ends their turn there is when they gain. I roll to see how many temporary hit points they gain.
Oh,
so
cool.
I get 3 right now, and then everyone will get different ones on their turn. So I just have to keep re-rolling.
That's fantastic, and even better. Even better.
So we don't get the 3.
Yeah.
Not yet. Who
Okay.
ended their turn after me though?
The goblins did, so they all get.
Oh,
hit
no,
points,
the goblins
right?
don't get it.
That's how that works, though, right? You help the goblins because you're on the goblins team. Actually, you're actually working with me so that I can kill everyone, and then.
Vitor ended his turn, so you're gonna need to roll one for him.
Nope, I went before Zogan.
All right, Barden, let's say hello to that goblin.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're going to use the short sword and stab at the goblin in front. 13. Hold on. Let me roll another 1 on a D4.
Oh
No, it's 4!
That'll play.
17.
That'll
All
play.
right.
That'll play.
All right.
7.
7.
You puncture through his throat, and he drops to the ground.
And can I step forward?
Absolutely.
And then I will stab at that one with the dagger.
Monster kill.
Do I need to do a D4? Yeah.
17's a hit.
Yeah, I know. I was just messing with you.
6.
6.
It doesn't quite bring him down. He's wounded. You stab him in the chest. You draw it back. You think you got him, and he looks down and he says, "For the honor!" He screams at you. For the honor, apparently, because apparently goblins have honor. And it is actually his turn, which is fantastic. So he's just gonna throw himself at you, just wild abandon. Just drops his bow. He's got 2 daggers, and he's just and he just lunges at you with everything he's got. And you know what? I'm gonna give him advantage on this roll.
You have
Lights
no
the
honor.
explosive vest.
You have no honor.
23. He's gonna hit. That's what's gonna happen. Gave him advantage because I hate
Why?
you.
Why did you give him advantage?
7 damage, Bard, and you're gonna take it, and you're gonna like it.
Did I get 3 temporary hit points? So
You
is
did.
that what you rolled? So
and
no,
then,
I'm not.
and then.
I'm not taking 7. Then.
And then that
Sorry.
goblin dies because he actually missed, and he hates his life, and you take no damage. So
That's what I thought.
There it is. Yeah, it's totally good. With that being said, the goblin in the back here. Let's see here. We've got this goblin over yonder. He's gonna pivot around.
Our DM's trying to cheat.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. If I wanted to cheat, I just have all their friends show up the entrance, and as we pivot down to the entrance, no, I'm just kidding. That'd be terrible. That'd be absolutely terrible. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. All right. And with that being said, we've got this goblin here is gonna pivot around, and he's gonna take a quick swing at you. Critical miss. So you know what? I'm gonna give you an attack on him because he leaves himself open, and you can take a free attack on this guy.
I've seen baby orcs swing better than you.
Not attack his character. Roll an attack roll.
Also, yes. That's fantastic. 5.
5 points.
So he's not down, but he doesn't look good. Does not look good. And next up is going to be this guy, who's still hanging off over in the corner there. This goblin here, he's going to pivot around. He's going to hop. He's just going to get up next to Barden. Ripper is going to run under there. Kind of gets in the water, gets around here, and he's going to try and bite good old Barden. 18!
Okay.
I think the puppy dog does get you. I knew I'd get you one of these days. 3 damage! Take
Oh
it.
yeah, my temporary hit
and
points.
like it.
Ouch.
Take that. Ha!
Right in the temporary HP.
Right in the temporary
HP.
Right in the temporary HP. Goblin over here is down. Blue, you are up.
Bad dog.
Uh,
No, not you, Peggy. No, my dog just thought I yelled at her.
I will loose some magic missiles, I suppose.
I like
I get
it, I like
3. I'm gonna step forward so I can target the far goblin that's already hurt.
Oh, yeah.
And I will loose my first magic missile on him for 3 damage. Does that kill him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then I'll loose the other 2 on the wolf. 9 damage.
The wolf is looking pretty beat up. Pretty beat up, but still standing. Yeah, you see this one's got like a scar on the side of its face. Not from the muffin missiles, but like just a little scar. And it looks like it's seen some shit. So it's looking pretty aggressive. But next up is this goblin that is dead, and click. Back to the top of round 3.
All right. Click is going to.
How are you living? I'm literally, I outnumbered you like 10 to 1, and I was like, I just want to end this, because I just feel like killing a party. I've got the TPK desires, and you're surviving. But you know what? Hey, there it is. That's life.
Oh man.
Can I finish now?
Yes, Drew. I'm sorry.
All right. It is going to viciously insult the character and parentage of this wolf.
Wow.
As if he is a noble from let's see, from Baldur's Gate.
Ooh.
A very distinct like Baldur's Gate accent, and questions his parentage.
Oof.
My
Yikes.
father was a poodle.
Yeah. No.
Because he's got to
Like,
repeat
noble.
something he's already heard.
Repeat
I
something you
understand.
heard.
But like,
All right, and that's a will save.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Well, the mockery. You see the wolf literally stand up on its hind legs, take its paw to its chest, and say, "I never," have a heart attack and die. And that's that.
guys, I think we just killed a magic dog.
I we just killed a magic dog. Oh man.
Could have made fortune.
Yeah. Too bad.
And
And
we could have had it sing show tunes.
anything else? Click.
No. That's gonna do it for
All
me.
right, Clark's gonna move back to the edge of the ship.
What is happening?
You rolled nothing but 1s on this, dude.
I rolled 4 nat 1s.
In a row.
Okay, but here's the good news. So Clark's gonna go, and I have no good news for you. That's just a string of bad luck.
It's amazing.
Clark's gonna take his last
Very
javelin,
impressive.
and is gonna try to fire at the elf. That's what he's gonna do. He sees an elf. He's like, that one, and he lines up again, javelin style, tests the wind, closes his eyes, and hucks it.
I am very much enjoying the idea of like a bugbear with his thumb in his mouth, and he's like,
Oh yeah.
In a cave.
Oh yeah. 9. It goes wide. It goes wide. Just closes his eyes, hucks
It's
it.
clearly not working.
Goes wide. breaks above Barden. Splinters go everywhere. He opens his eyes. Just you see him go, damn it! And just pivots back to the
Hey,
back
don't
of his
cuss.
cave again. And this goblin here is still asleep, still dreaming about muffins. Petor, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to greatsword this goblin first.
Yep. That goblin is great sworded.
Oh,
All right, I'm
wow.
going to action surge and attack a second time,
That's fantastic.
so I can attack the other guy.
Yep, that goblin's probably gonna have a bad day. Yep. Go ahead and roll damage.
No, it's not quite.
Yep. Just bite. You just cut 2 goblins in half. They will spin and land, and just dead goblins. It's, man, one of these days, I'll
Not
get
today.
you guys.
You crazy kids, get off
All right,
my
and then I will move
cave.
to.
You move, you don't get my temporary hit points.
Oh well,
Okay.
I don't know about them.
So this goblin here has a dagger, a very nice-looking dagger, held to the throat of a partially conscious man that you do recognize as Sildar Hallwinter, the man for your dwarven patron. And the goblin is like, he's gonna be behind him, and he's just like, "Ah, no! He's just like holding the dagger to his throat, like.
All right, goblin, you release man, I release you. You live.
No can
You-
trust.
You have Peter's word.
You don't know Peter. Who Peter?
Peter's me. I'm Peter.
Oh. How do I know I can trust you?
Well, I am trying to be knight.
Like
Trying to be nice.
in the evening?
No, like noble knight, like hero from story.
You'll never trick me with your fancy words. And we're gonna end that there for now. And this goblin back here is gonna try to shoot. You know what? Zogun. He's gonna try to shoot Zogun. He feels good. 'Cause 16?
No,
No, are you sure? I'm
I'm
pretty
sure-
sure 16
I'm
equals
pretty-
18.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm 100% sure it does. Anyway, one of these days. This goblin back here is going to just kind of move down to here, and is also going to shoot at, he's going to shoot at blue. 10 is a miss. One of these days. Zogun, you're up next.
Okay. I'll move up to here, and I'm gonna hit that boy with my greatsword. Or with my warhammer, sorry.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
That's a crit.
Well, roll it up. Let's go.
9.
Yup, you just...
Bonk.
Goblin brains everywhere. Just gone.
Oh.
Yeah. Petor, you hear that one, and you know it was a Warhammer strike. It sounds badass.
Hey, you rolled a 4.
I rolled. Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic. You're doing great. And this goblin here is dead. This goblin here is also dead. Barden, you're up next. You're surrounded by dead goblins.
He's going to use 10 feet of his movement to climb on top of this pile
Dead goblins.
and then stand on that one, or stab down at that one with his short sword.
17's it.
And for 7, is he still up?
Oh no, he's down.
All right, and then I will jump down on top of him and make his legs flop up like that when I
Yep, he does.
land on him. So that would be 10, 15, run underneath, 20, 25. That's it.
Perfect.
Zogan, watch everybody else.
And this goblin here is dead. Yemeek. Yemeek don't want to die. Yemeek want to live. You promise to let Yemeek go?
Yes, I promise. I will even call out to friends now. Friends, I am letting Goblin go.
You guys hear Petor saying he's letting Goblin go. Give me a diplomacy.
Hmm?
There's no such thing.
Oh, there's no such thing?
Yeah,
No.
not in
What's the check in D&D?
persuasion.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Give me a persuasion.
I was like, I don't
With advantage.
Well, a 14 then.
You know what? He make-believes you. He slowly
make-believes?
Make believes.
brings the dagger back, and you get a glimpse at the dagger, and it's got like a really nice looking like hilt with like gems and stuff on it, and actually looks maybe like to be of dwarven make. And the blade itself is like finely crafted, and there's almost like a little bit of a glow around it. He's gonna take it and he's gonna put it in his little belt.
Hey, Yimik. You give me dagger, I give you this short bow.
Huh?
Look, it's goblin make short bow.
Oh! And
Would you give me dagger?
give me another persuasion check.
Oops, sorry, there's 2.
You know what? I gave you advantage on it because he thinks you're a knight. So 19 is good, and he's going to give you the +1 dagger in exchange for a crappy goblin bow. And as he walks away, you hear him go, "Sucker." And he's going to start making his way out. Still,
Any
Winter is very messed up. Likely at 1 HP, but alive.
Excellent.
All right, and this goblin over here is dead. Ripper is dead. Blue, it's your turn.
This is a lot of bodies. I guess I'll take a shot at the one that shot at me up on the bridge there.
Yeah, take him out.
Yeah, I'll hit him with a firebolt.
I like
Firebolt! There's a 12 hit.
12, unfortunately, does not hit.
I do nothing. I shoot a burning cupcake into the wall behind him.
Top of round 4. Click, click.
What do we have left?
You know what? To make life easier for you guys, I'm gonna start just deleting goblins.
That's great.
Yeah, I got you. We'll just get rid of some of these corpses. They don't really matter. That's all that's left.
Your keyboard sounds nice.
Thank you. It's one of those clicky clacky ones. Click click knows what I'm talking about. Thanks for noticing. Jeez.
I'm going to insult this goblin.
I like it. I like
Stop
it.
mocking people, dude.
This time it's like a just an unending stream of just like bird caws, like.
And you see the goblin seems to understand every word and just is aghast.
He's a goblin.
I never! My goblin brood mother was a saint! He says. That is 4 psychic damage. Yeah, that goblin looks just real offended. And real offended. And speaking of being offended, rounding the corner, making
Our
his way,
faithful general.
he's gonna get over here, and this time he's got a long sword. Or a morning star actually, excuse me. And he's gonna run up, and he's gonna get right up next to Zogun, and he's gonna look him straight in the eye, and he's gonna say, "Is it too late to parley?"
I mean,
Does he say it
I don't
in
know. Is it too
goblinoid?
late to
Does he
parlay?
say it?
He
What
says it
language
in
does
goblinoid.
So yeah.
All you hear is "Blah."
But I hear it, and I stop and go, I'm not saying a word.
Seeing the look of confusion on Zogun's face, Clark is going to swing. 23. Oh.
Silvery barbs. I steal him and give it disadvantage.
Oh no! 12! No!
Oh no!
Place a
I
hand on Zogan's
it.
back and give them advantage going forward.
So he swings at you, and just as it's about to hit you, you see this, like, sparkly magic, and the, like, Morningstar just goes up and over your head, like he's, like doing a little swing over you. So it was going to be, like, right into the side of your head, and it just goes up and over, and then he looks at it, and he just goes, looks like this, and he just, in Goblin, Bardic, you hear him say, like, Why does everything hate me today? I wasn't supposed to be like this.
Mom was right. I should have been a lawyer.
I should have listened to my mother. Joining this gang was the stupidest decision I ever made. And that's Clark. Clark's probably gonna die. This goblin here is still fast asleep. And Peter, it's your turn.
All right, Peter will move here, pick up man, and then carry man, jump down, carry man back to right behind goblin.
Rockseeker, is Rockseeker here? They said something about taking him. Is he still here?
We have not seen him, but we will look.
Oh, they attack so quickly. How did you manage to find us? Ugh.
How did we, man? We followed footsteps. We have ranger.
And he passes out from his wounds. But anything else you'd like to do, Peter?
Nope. I asked Goblin if there's dwarf in cave. Is dwarf in cave?
Hemek looks back at you and is clutching his new bow, like thinking you're gonna take it back. Mine! Trade! No takesy backsies!
Oh no!
Yes. Goblins took him somewhere else. Don't know where.
All
Other
right,
place.
thank you for information.
Gives you a little salute. And this goblin back here is going to kick his friend. And his friend's gonna wake up. And his friend's gonna open his eyes and look around and then pretend to be asleep still. Zogun, you're up.
Sees all the dead bodies.
I'm gonna hit him.
I believe.
You have advantage.
Zogan, you shouldn't have taken any damage on that last attack, by the way. 'Cause-
Zogun got shot earlier with a bow.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So Clark gets hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wait, the damage that he tried to do?
Yeah. That wasn't 12 damage. That was he ended up rolling with disadvantage.
No, I haven't taken any damage yet.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's hit you yet.
No, they
No.
keep trying and missing.
Yeah. You just can't hit AC 18. That is good AC. 11. Jesus. Clark just gets fucked in the side. You hear a couple of his ribs crack. And just looks over. And again, in Goblinoid says, "Can we just talk about this?" But Barden doesn't translate, does he? Real stick in the mud. Barden, it's your turn.
Oh, the murder hoping.
All right, now you're flanking, so you have advantage.
All right, here we go.
Oh, poor
24.
Clark. Yep, that'll
20.
play. Yep. Clark is looking real like he's on his last bugbear paw.
He's got a short sword and a dagger
Yep,
in each
he's
one of his kidneys.
Just
Got one in each kidney.
see if he just looks so sad. And this guy is gonna move down, kind of stops here.
This is Goblin I'm letting go.
He's gonna, unless anyone stops him, he's just gonna kind of slip by everybody. Clutching his new fancy bow. Blue, you're up next.
I'll try firebolting the one up on the bridge again. That isn't pretending to
Not
sleep.
pretending to sleeping? Alright, because
Not pretending to
I'm gonna
sleep.
mark him as ninja, because he's pretending to sleep. So that's what he's doing. It's fantastic.
18.
Oh yeah, that'll play.
8.
Oh, he's just covered in flame. Collapses to the ground and is
Just
very
another
dead.
burnt muffin.
And last but certainly not least, we have Clark. And now it's click clack, click click, clickety clook.
Let's see.
I'm really excited. Clark could have been a contender. He really could have.
Augie's temporary hit points, man.
One every time.
So one every time.
I rolled a 6 for myself before, and then a 7, and then it's just so
Fantastic.
wrong.
It's just fantastic.
I'll take the 3.
Click Click is going to cast Sleep again.
Ooh. On Clark?
Yeah.
I like it.
He just starts whistling a lullaby. Oops, wrong button.
Vicious mockery.
Wrong button.
A viciously
Wrong lever.
wrong
Oh.
lever, Kronk.
He's using vicious mockery.
Oh,
and trying to make
31
you go
hit
to
points
sleep.
of creatures. So that goblin that was pretending to sleep is now actually asleep.
For sure.
And Clark is like, "Rah, gah, grr,"
Donk.
and just clunks to the ground. And Clark is
Half
now
in the
asleep.
half in the stream.
Yes, just half in the stream and sleepy. And with that, we will stop that, and we will enter into a little bit of cinematic music. All right, so yeah, good job, everybody. You actually went really well. That was good. That was good. You killed an entire family of goblins. Just murdered them outright.
No, we let that one go.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
And-
Yeah.
And
Two of them
are
are still asleep.
Do go. Potentially.
Mick is just gonna
They're asleep.
bolt. He's just gone. And yeah, that goblin is
No
sleeping.
damage because he was just asleep the entire time.
Yeah, he's just hanging out. He's been asleep the whole time. He's sleeping. But yeah, you've got your friend over yonder.
Who needs medical attention? Do
Yeah,
we have any
he's-
medical attention?
Super messed up.
Oh, going over
Look, I
this
found
way.
human. He is not doing well.
So down that way, Barden.
And I'm going to stealth if I can. Okay.
I don't think
Cannot.
you can.
So let's do Barden first. So Barden, pivoting over to there, you see this is like the goblin storage area. This is where they have like supplies, treasure, things like that. If you'd like to search this area, take a couple of minutes. You can maybe find some stuff.
I'll take 20.
I know you said supplies and treasure, but what I heard you say is supplies, charger, things like that, and I was like,
Charger?
like a cell phone charger.
Like a cell
That's
phone
what I
charger,
heard.
yeah. So
You know the goblins.
yeah, these goblins are actually super high tech, and they have cell phones to call back to their families, but which we'll never hear from them again because you killed all of them except for 2. But that's fine. So you actually do find some really good stuff in here. You are going to find, let's see here, a lion shielded coaster.
Like for drinks?
Yeah, like really nice coasters. Like it's a whole set of them. And they appear to have the symbol of Phandelver on them. So that city you're traveling to, you've got that. And in addition, you have a treasure chest with 600 copper pieces, 110 silver pieces, 2 potions of healing, and a jade statuette of a frog with a tiny golden orbs for eyes. And I'll go ahead and post that in the chat here for you. But it's super super fancy. Yeah. Yeah.
Numbers divisible by 5. I'm excited.
Yeah, they got you. You know what's up. Yeah. And that's
22
Barden
solar
over there. That's going
pieces.
to take
I
him
got it all.
multiple minutes to get that done. So everyone
Just taking
else
it all.
is hanging out with a very loudly snoring Clark. Just could have been a contender. Could have been a contender. And just doing that. And then the other goblin
No
is
quarter.
talking in its sleep and is just like, just pretend to be sleeping. Just pretend to be sleeping. And yeah, and then you have a very, very hurt Stillwinter before you.
Goblin friends say they took dwarf to other goblin camp.
But we'll wake up this one. Oh, by the way, here's a bunch of stuff. Dink.
I'll continue dividing.
We could wake up this one and see what he's doing, what he knows. Is this one up here dead?
No, he's asleep again.
Yeah, he hasn't taken any damage. He's in totally good shape. He hasn't taken a single piece of stinger damage. He's
Well, I was just
fine.
saying I knew that, but my dwarf didn't. So my dwarf's going to go up there, and he's basically going to throw him down.
And he wakes up and he takes He takes a couple points of damage, and he wakes up, and then he instantaneously goes back to pretending to be sleeping.
I'm the only one. I'm the only one that can talk to him. So I'll get down.
I will be intimidating presence.
Okay. Yes. You do that. Wake up, little Gobby. Wake up.
Which one are you trying to wake up, Clarg or
The
Goblin?
little Gobby.
Just pretending to be sleeping still.
I'd take my dagger, and I do the "I'm not touching you" with his nose.
He sits up straight and puts his hands up. I surrender.
Very good. Look behind you at the big dragon who's very hungry.
Don't want
And
to.
this is in Goblin, so. But I'm looking up at people.
He shakes his head. He doesn't want to do that. No.
I take my short sword and put it on the side of his face and move.
He looks back, and as he sees Peter, he just whimpers, just quietly to himself.
Peter growls.
He's very hungry.
Goblin actually tries to lunge towards Barden for protection.
It's okay. It's okay. I can't believe I'm petting a goblin.
Why is it so greasy?
It's so greasy. It's real gross.
I'm gonna have to burn my beard.
It's like running its claws through your beard, just trying to hide in your beard.
I have trouble watching this. As I walk past, I prestidigitate the goblin clean and head up to the storeroom.
Yeah, there's not enough magic in all of Arcana to clean this goblin.
I do the best I can with one prestidigitation.
It's okay. You clean off a small square of one of its hands. It's fine.
He still smells.
Yeah, he smells like just unbathed goblin. Which, yeah.
There was a dwarf like me with the human.
Yes.
Where did he go?
To the castle.
Castle. What castle around here?
The Crackball Castle. There's a castle.
I'll say to everybody, anybody know about a castle in the Phandelver area? In this area? I don't know of a castle.
Do we know of castle?
Well,
I'm gonna walk back for this one. I have some maps. I have maps of Faerun. Would this castle be upon them?
so there are a lot of ruins around this area.
Okay.
And if you'd like to give give a history check is what we're gonna want. A history check. 20.
Peter
Peter,
knows about castle.
you're like, oh yeah, we're in the Cragmaw area, and there's an old castle called Cragmaw Castle that's northeast of here in the forest, in the Neverwinter Wood, the southern Neverwinter Wood. Absolutely, there's a castle there. Yeah.
Zogan, you know about castle, right?
I do. I
Yes.
do, yeah. I know about the castle. Of course I do. I've done research out there before.
It's your history would know that it used to be kind of one of the periphery forts of Neverwinter, but is now either abandoned or likely used by bandits and other creatures of the forest. It was abandoned many years ago to the woods, so it's probably in slight disrepair, but also yeah. It's also a place that exists. So, and that's apparently where they took your buddy.
So, and in comment, I'll ask, what do we do with these goblins?
They don't seem very good at anything.
Tastes good.
I don't believe that.
Yikes.
Not even I will eat goblin.
What about the bugbear? We can't.
Your
leave the
loss.
We can't leave them. I just keep looking at click. No, we can't leave a bugbear. Not behind.
Why not?
But they're too vicious. We can't leave one of these around.
He can't
Yes, but
even
this-
throw spear.
Yes, but this one hurts nobody.
Got a
Unless,
point.
did he hurt you guys while I
He
was
did
gone?
literally nothing. He did not hit anyone. He did not.
Maybe
He
you
said no
write him-
quarter a couple times.
Maybe Barden, you write him note in Goblinoid that says, maybe quit.
Maybe pursue career as lawyer.
I don't think these people know how to read. These creatures know how to read.
Maybe we wake him up and tell him that maybe try other career.
Okay. So let's wake you up.
Cave goblin is
Clark.
not profession.
You
We'll
wake him up,
Clark.
and as you wake him up in Goblin, he's started. I could have been a contender. Oh! And he puts his hands up.
No, you could not have been a contender. You couldn't even hit this man back here, pointing at Zorgan. Perfectly
Got
in
the
the
best AC in the party.
Slowly lowers
in the
one
open.
of his hands, puts it on his lap, then puts the other hand out and extends it and says, "You have a point."
Parlay.
Parlay.
You will leave this area. You will leave this
Absolutely.
area. You will not try to start another goblin clan to pillage ever again.
Consider career in goblin law. It seems like you would be better suited.
He doesn't understand that.
Clark is gonna be like, gonna listen to what Mother said.
What did your mother say?
I should have been an actor. And he does jazz hands. And with that,
Actor?
that is actually where we are going to take our quick 10-minute break so that everyone can grab a drink of water and take a quick breather. And we will pick back up with you all outside of the cave, and you'll have some time to figure out what you'd like to do moving forward. But everyone else that's watching, all our viewers, thank you so much for being here. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Stick around for part 2 of session 2. See you guys here shortly.
Oh yeah, guiding bolt. Oh wait a minute, isn't that a? Oh, never mind. I thought that was an action that war clerics could do. It's been so long since I actually.
With
done
my
fighting.
with Twilight Cleric, I got sleep and I got fairy fire.
Nice.
Sleep worked actually surprisingly well. I felt.
Yeah, because they were lower HP.
Sleep was good. Sleep was
Yeah.
good. We are live, by the way. We're just John. This is what you got. This is what everyone misses when we're not live. Is we're just all hanging out talking just about D&D and how much we hate
Cats
Patrick.
and dogs.
But yeah, no. Hey, welcome everyone to part 2 of session
Yeah,
2
that is crazy.
of the Lost Mines of Phandelver, which I can actually pronounce. I spent all this week, every day I'd wake up, I'd look in the mirror and I'd be like, Phandelver.
Everyone needs to nail
Phandelver.
Petor now. Everyone needs to...
Phandelver. No, it's Pator.
That's the next one.
Petor. I'm gonna get it right. I'll get it right. Don't question it. It just takes me longer than, every other human being in the world. So
Everyone seems to be having trouble with Petor.
yeah, no, it's not that hard. It's Petor. It's Petor.
It's Peter.
Aluminum.
Petor.
No, dang it, Artemis.
Aluminium.
Aluminium. Well, dong. So, when we last left off, our intrepid adventurers, you had just rescued the second in command kind of gentleman, the Sildar Hallwinter, and you had taken some time to heal him up. We're going to say this is about 30, 40, maybe an hour after you've just exited out of the Cragmark hideout.
I wanted,
cave.
real quick though, I wanted to check was there any like food stocks in the stores? Any
Yes.
kind of food?
Mostly dried meats, berries,
Goblin.
things you can like gather in the wild, kind of natural.
I'll take a little sack of berries.
Yeah,
I'll take some of the dried meat then.
excellent. Yes, it's
Oh, goblin.
roll me a d6.
Both of us or just the meat?
No,
Okay.
just Augie. Roll me a d6.
I was waiting for it to be a 1.
4. All right, it's deer meat. It's
All right.
venison.
Venison.
Dried venison. It's actually well seasoned. You're not sure who did it, but one of those goblins, they actually did a really good job.
Should have been a cook instead
Yeah,
of a
should've been a
cave
cook.
goblin.
Yeah.
A lot of people that had the wrong job in that cave.
You know what? Pretty much the entire cave was all wrong, but that's fine. So we find yourselves just outside of the Cragmaw hideout. You have your man with you, and he has, over the last hour, you've managed to heal him up some. He's regained consciousness. He's not so delirious anymore. And he has regaled you with the tale of how he and your Dwarven patron, he and Rockseeker, were making their way south ahead of you and the cart, and they were ambushed by pretty much the entirety of that cave. So that's why they were taken so easily. It wasn't just the 4 goblins. Those are the ones they left behind. At least that's the story he's telling. And how they were dragged off, and that the bugbear in question had been very, very interested in the map that Rockseeker apparently had. And they had dragged him and this map. So Hallwinter doesn't have the map, but they took the dwarf and the map northeast is what you've discovered. And so apparently there's this old castle called Cragmaw Castle where it seems likely that they dragged your patron off to. Now, Hallwinter is relatively insistent that you continue south towards Phandalin before heading up to Cragmaw Castle, because down in Phandalin, the brother of Rockseeker, Nunduro Rockseeker, his brother is there, and he might be able to offer aid to you if you're thinking of attempting some sort of rescue mission. At the same time, you do have the thought process of if you wait too long, it may be too late. So, it's entirely up to you how you want to proceed.
Does this count as a short rest?
Yes, this is absolutely a short rest.
All right, I'm going to spend a D10 to a hit dice to try and get my hit points back.
How do temporary hit points work in 5e? When are they lost?
So hit dice, what happens is right now you get 1 per level. So if you use both of them, when you take a long rest, you can only
No. The temporary hit points that you gave us,
No, it's gone because it's just a minute.
Okay.
So it's the Twilight Sanctuary. It just lasts the minute.
I will get rid of that then.
When you're in
Bard,
the sanctuary, when I do cast it, I re-roll the HP, the temp HP that you can get. But it doesn't stack. So if I roll a 4 the first time and the next time I roll a 6, you can opt to take the 6 then. Or if you already have a higher hit point, you can just opt to not take it.
Okay. I don't want to go out of my way all the way to Faladin just to go back up to the castle. We should go straight to the castle. That is Blue weighing in on going straight to save.
I mean, they're not my friends, so...
No, he's patron. He's patron. He is paying us. We want him to be alive.
Yes, we need him to be alive.
I don't really care about money.
And he will pay us.
Oh, Zaboon. How are you going to buy monster parts with no money?
Oh, I
The
don't...
laboratory space?
That's all funded. I don't have to worry about
Stitching? You know, stitching for putting the body parts together.
There
I
will
don't really know what you do.
probably be more monsters at Cragmore Castle than there will be at Faladin.
I think it's Phandelver.
You're telling me on pronunciation.
Yes. I am telling you.
Click makes.
Bro, I thought you were
noises.
better than this.
Bro, you speak Draconic? That's freaking awesome.
We did this like last night, bro.
Oh, that's so cool. I totally forgot.
We've been speaking it all day, dude. What do you mean?
No,
Bro,
well,
come on. Keep up.
oh, I didn't even realize. I'm so sorry, you guys.
I got the scales
totally
and
my
everything,
bad.
bro. I'm like half Dragonborn.
Oh, I didn't even know that was possible. That's
Like half
that is
Dragonborn. I'm
freaking
actually a half
awesome.
elf or whatever, but you know.
like half elf, half dragon. That's way cool.
Quarter dragon, I guess, at that point.
Go click.
Click's making snoring noises, indicating his desire for a long rest.
Seems like a vote for foul.
Phandalin. It's
Phandalin.
Phandalin, I think.
Yes, we should go to the town. Let's take care of...
I agree. I would very much like to have my pike sharpened.
I understand when I am outvoted.
Is that
Do
Sounds
not
like
come
we're heading to
complaining to me
Phandalin.
when we find Dwarf is dead in castle.
Oh, Peter, you're
is
so
that
funny.
a euphemism, Peter?
Wow.
No, my pike is a little dull. I stabbed it into cave wall.
Wow. Wow.
That's what
I
I-
don't
that's what I
even
heard
know
too.
what
That's
to
what I heard
say
too.
to this group. This is all right. Well, now that we've gotten all the euphemisms out of the way, we're actually gonna fast forward a little bit as you all continue your journey and actually do eventually make your way to Phandalin. And the town of Phandalin it's in a little bit of disrepair. You know, the town itself it's not looking too great. It's probably seen some better days. And as you all approach, you are approaching from this northern road. So up over yonder, right there.
Oh, the only road.
And you're traveling down into the town. And you see there are, there's a number of small buildings and operations, but it looks like the town is in the midst of trying to rebuild itself. You see a lot of construction happening, but there's also a lot of construction that's half done, half completed, etc. And there are multiple places that you can visit in town. And your your compatriot, this Hallwinter, mentions that you should likely make your way to the Stonehill Inn, because that is where the brother of Rockseeker, it was apparently supposed to meet him and his brother, him and Grundin. So you guys can make your way directly there if you so choose, or you can just bugger off and do whatever the heck you want, because this is a free country. And,
I'm gonna pull one of the
Fair
workers aside that's like building construction and stuff.
knock. Oh, hello! What can I do for you? Fine.
What
elven
happened
lady.
here? Why is there so many things that are broken and being built?
Oh, this town? Oh, it's been in disrepair for years. The Rock Seekers came in here and decided that they were going to try to, build it back up. But there's plenty of monsters and things like that. There's this spider lady up there. There's these guys over in Thunder Tree, and he just starts to list off all these different places of like bandits and how they've been like harassing the town. And he's like, yeah, but I'm sure that's nothing you need to worry about, traveler. Aha! And he goes back to click, knock, just putting nails in the boards on a building. Yeah.
This town would be defensible if they'd fix the wall.
Oh, and don't also keep your eye out for the Red Band Ruffians. They're a crazy bunch of those folks. Aha! And then just click, knock, still banging his boards. Yeah.
All
Sorry,
right,
the what?
Oh, the Red Band Ruffians.
Can you explain?
Back off.
What?
Knock, still doing his work.
What are they?
Oh, they're the local gang. Yeah, do gang-like things. Man.
Made up of whom?
Well, ruffians
Yes.
of the Red Band kind.
But-
You're slow, aren't you?
If the rock seekers are investing in this town to make it a place, where did the ruffians come from if there was nothing here before?
Look, I'm just a man who's got a hammer and sees the world full of nails. And he goes back to nailing things.
What are ruffians? Should I know what that is?
Oh, you don't know what the word ruffian means?
Bandits.
Oh.
Bandits.
Bandits. Bad
Oh,
folks.
okay.
Like a gang.
Scoundrels.
Have you ever seen Tombstone?
I have no idea what that is.
That's
Then I
fine.
have no point of reference for you. Sorry.
Ruffians are bandits. Criminals. Yeah.
I got that.
Hey, Augie, I don't know if anybody mentioned, but ruffians are bandits.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like bad guys. They're like bandits. Like
We're definitely not over explaining this, I don't think.
no.
Um,
So it's like if there was like a villain, and it was like an it.
and they
Like
had
you put a-
minions.
Yeah, and you put like a band together, the bandits, if that makes sense.
But if you put a band together, but then somebody had to assemble their gear, those
Yeah.
would be the ruffians.
Yeah, those are the ruffians. That's the one. I think we broke the Augie. Are they okay?
Okay.
We love you. I can't even. What's up? Oh, we're having a good time. So we can continue to explain ruffians, or we can pivot. I'm
No,
good
let's
either
just
way.
move on.
I'm totally fine. Yeah. Yeah, so you're like low-level encounters, like in like a video game when they say like,
Oh my god.
I'm done. We're moving on. So yeah, you got Hammer Guy. He's
Thanks.
hammering, and
The rock seekers are funding this town. What kind of professions have sprung up? I imagine it's mostly blacksmiths and things like that.
construction. No,
Yeah, well,
I gotta use
obviously
voice back.
that.
Sorry. Yes, construction, and there's other things, mostly building. Well, the rocks.
You're just making building. What does the buildings house?
Oh, well, quite a few different things. Also, I'm supposed to get back to work, and he looks over and you see this like angry-looking foreman tapping his foot.
All
And the
right.
guy's like, "Oh, sorry," and he goes back to work.
Can you at least point out the inn before you stop?
You know what? He can point out the hin, and he's going to this time. He's actually going to point it out, and I'm going to go ahead and grab your cart so that you all have a point of reference of where you are in town. We'll just kind of pop that cart right down there, and we'll do one of these little pivoty things, and we'll go ahead and take this, and we will make this a drawing so that it can be drawn. And there's the cart. You know what? We're gonna put a little dot on that cart because actually let's give it a tint. Let's tint the cart. We're gonna tint it lime green. There it is. Now everyone can see it. Actually, that blends in terribly well. We're getting it. Just give me a second. We're gonna make it. What's a good color? Purple.
Blue.
Yeah,
Purple.
A
purple
light
blends it
blue.
even more.
Purple blends in even more. I'm doing a real crap job on this. Blue. Blue. All right. It's mostly fine.
Red.
Red.
Well, that's an enemy.
That's big brain.
We're not
energy, though.
enemies.
You
We're
might
good
Red like the
people.
bloodshed.
Boom, there it is. That stands out. All right, thank you, everyone. All right, so they are actually going to point out the Stonehill Inn to y'all. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to move that to the map layer so you can see it. And also apparently other things too, because I grabbed all the stuff. But, you know, it's fine. It's totally fine. We're going to take this, send this back to the GM layer. We'll send this back to the GM layer. And you'll just pretend like you didn't see those things. Because I'm
You've forgotten.
I'm
so
doing
it
a
doesn't
great
really
job
matter.
of just
There's
keeping
Barton
all of the
Hill,
suspense
like
going. It's totally fine.
Exactly.
It's great. We're doing God's work. But with that being said, so you have the location of the Stonehill Inn, and yeah, y'all can make your way down there if you so choose.
Yeah, let's do it.
I love it. All right, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
Do it.
town squares. Get a little town square music going. That's what we got going right now. All right, so y'all make your way down to the inn, and the inn is it's later in the evening, so the work that you see, some of the construction starting to kind of tie itself up. But as you make your way down to the inn, you enter into the inn, and sitting in the inn are a number of workers. You see construction crews. You maybe see a couple of, they look like low-level townish type guards, but they're not wearing like uniform clothing or anything. They just
Militia.
look like a militia. Yeah, so a militia is like, they're like guards.
Oh my
but they're not, no, I'm just
God.
kidding. I'm done. I'm not going to over-explain militia. All right, we're moving on. So with that being said, just chill, enjoying the story so far. This one can be a handful. 100%. Thanks for watching. I like how I type things out and speak them to the viewers. So, you know, hey, just in case folks are listening and not reading, they get both. I digress. So, moving into the Stonehill Inn. As you enter into the Stonehill Inn, again, you see just folks that are likely coming here to settle down for the day, etc. But inside of the inn, you all do see a somewhat impatient-looking, maybe half annoyed looking dwarf, and he's in the far back corner. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make his token a little bit bigger. And he looks half asleep. He's laying on his side.
Looks fully asleep to me.
And you see he's sleeping, but he's got a very annoyed look on his face.
Angry sleeping.
Yep, and he's just hanging out.
Click starts singing some like a very low lullaby with the peaceful bird calls in the background, and then make some bubbling brook noises.
Okay.
Make him fall asleep and then pin the fact that we were waiting for him to wake up. It's actually our inconvenience, not his.
I like where your mind's at. We'll move the card over to there. Yeah. So as he's there on his side, and then as click start making his noises, and then one eye opens, and then his other eye opens, and then he closes the first eye, and he looks around, and who the hell are you?
I'm Bard.
We're hopefully patrons of your inn. This is very bad business etiquette.
I don't own the inn.
Oh, well. Then I
Why
don't
are
know why
you-
we explain who you are.
He closes both eyes again, and then pushes himself up to a more of instead of a slouched position, into a sitting position. Then he opens both eyes, looks at everyone, closes his eyes, opens them again. Did my brother send you?
Your Gordon's brother?
Yes.
I am Barden.
We have bad news.
What do you mean, bad news?
Well, I mean, he kind of sent us. If by sending us you mean we have to go rescue him.
If you mean got kidnapped by goblins and we need to go rescue him, yes, that is what we mean.
Click, click. That was good. So your buddy, your new friend, Nunduro, puts both of his knobbly hands on the table. All right, I want to get this straight. My brother hired you to come here, but he got captured by goblins on his way here.
Yes.
And then you've got to go rescue him.
Yes.
You surprisingly gleaned a lot of information from what we said. I'm actually kind of impressed.
But then
Where is human friend? Where is Huntwater or
Yeah, where's that
Still
guy?
Winter or whatever name is?
Eating my cupcakes!
that is a phenomenal question. At some point between you all walking into here, Hallwinter has disappeared.
Goblins.
We brought human
You
man.
rush
but we
outside
don't
to
know where
make sure
he
he's
is.
not eating my cupcakes.
Your cupcakes. You switched
Half
sides.
of them are cupcakes.
Oh, okay. All right, we switched sides to cupcakes. Fair enough. So we've got Christ. So over yonder,
Pulling him out the
you run outside. So the cart, there are a couple of workers that are like milling about, kind of smelling the air around the cart.
My food!
They seem very intrigued by it, but they haven't moved into it. They're not criminals. Although,
Bunch
and
of
I will say
ruffians.
this,
There's the guy with red band.
You do see a gentleman.
Oh.
That's got a
Yes, I have been here whole time.
it's got a red band around his waist, and he's like
Oh.
kind of like wringing his hands together, looking at the cart. You own this cart?
I have license for cart, yes.
Let's see your papers.
Oh no. I prestidigitate some papers out of my pocket.
We're gonna hold that thought. We're gonna put it back inside. And he's like, so the Rockseeker's brother. So let me get this straight. Just again, you've got to rescue him. He's been captured. And where exactly was he taken?
Cragmaw Castle.
Well, he was taken on the road, but he was taken to Cragmaw Castle. Yes, yes. What the dragon says.
And where's that?
Is north. In forest.
Gods be damned. So now we gotta rescue my brother. We gotta go up and kill the spider lady. Then we gotta go up and take care of those ruins, because that's where the key is. And then we're gonna come back. Then we're gonna go over there, and he just starts mumbling about all the crap y'all have to do. And he looks up at
There
you
is
all after he's
spider?
done mumbling for like a solid minute. It just becomes gibberish. Just mixed of, it's Dwarven and Elven and Common and all different languages. He's just like angrily muttering. And then he looks up and says, you know what? I think we need a drink. First round's on me.
Yes.
And he's like,
yes,
Barkeep,
yes.
come over. Oh, right away, sir. Yep, bring you a drink right now. And then comes over, starts giving mugs of ale. We're going to pivot back outside to Blue. Well, let's see these papers then. Come on.
Thanks. Very crude license papers.
Like unscrolls it, looks at it. Looks at you, looks at the cart.
While they're going over that, I'm just kind of grabbing both of the handles of the cart, just like, this is mine.
All right, I'm gonna admit something. I don't know how to read. And he pulls it back out. He's gonna hand it to you. But this all seems to be in order. Carry on. And he's gonna wander off.
Yes, thank you very much.
There's Chester and his chaos monkey.
I pressed the digitate some paper. I can't breathe. I'm having a hard time breathing. All right, let me just. Okay, we're serious. This is a serious game about serious adventures.
For sure.
So.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right, I just need 2 seconds, everybody. I'm sorry, viewers. I just need 2 seconds. I'm having a hard time here breathing because this is hilarious.
I'm gonna show my dog.
You should totally bring the dog.
Just stall.
Just stall for dog time. If anybody has any other pets they want to bring on the screen, we're good with that.
Sabrina,
What a good
come here.
dog.
All right, so
come here.
with that being said, we've got Nunduro, and Nunduro is going to explain that there are several camps around the area, above and beyond this rescue of his brother, that need to be taken care of prior to investigating the caves, because there are these different organizations that have been working against the Rock Seekers and their desire to build up this town, because the finding of the Dwarven Cave and its ancient secrets and whatever
Sounds
else
like a
they find
dwarven
there,
war after all.
it's the goal here is that they want to rebuild this town. Like they're doing it not only for the monetary advancement that it will give them, but they actually believe in revitalizing this town. At least that's the story he's telling. It's probably just about gold and money. But with that being said, I'm going to pivot you all back to the area map. And he is going to explain that there are several locations around the area. Obviously, he thinks one of the most important things is obviously rescuing his brother. So we definitely have to do that quickly.
I was going to say.
But he also mentions that there are a couple of bandits and forces working against them that he thinks everyone should, they'd probably be able to be a little concerned about. And the first one is Agatha's Lair, who is a ruffian. I'm gonna say it's a ruffian, a bandit, if it were, a bandit of sorts. And
His name is Agatha?
Yep, and Agatha is the leader of the Red Bands, ruffians. That's where their lair is. But they also have a lair in town. But he and a couple of his buddies have cleared out their den in town a couple times. But they always just come back with more. He doesn't know where Agatha gets them, but always comes back with more. Also, there is a old kind of ruined area called Thunder Tree, which is the entranceway into a path. It's just east of Neverwinter. But that leads into the forest, and he believes that actually might be a direct path to Cragmaw Castle, because approaching Cragmaw Castle from this end, you're going to be hitting some cliffs and edges, and you'll have to climb a rock face to get up to it, because Cragmaw Castle is built on the side of a forested hill area.
The side of a crag.
A crag, yeah, it's a crag.
Yes.
So you could approach from this side, but if anyone sees you, they'll just rain death down upon you as you try to climb a wall, and it's probably not a good idea. So heading through Thunder Tree, finding the old path, that will probably lead you up to the entrance of Cragmaw Castle. So that's probably a good idea. After all of that's done, so you clear out Agatha. He also thinks you should probably clear out, you should probably clear out the area in Falden. You should probably kill those guys first, so that they're taken care of. And then you can go maybe take out Agatha. He also rescue his brother. He's like, you should probably rescue my brother. But I don't know. It's probably whatever. He seems very...
Seems like such a low priority for everyone.
It's fine. It's good. Yeah. It's whatever. But yeah.
You know that brother has map, yes?
And then his whole demeanor changes. Did you see that he has the map? I thought you had the map.
No, brother. No.
God, stop it! That brumbling idiot. Mother was right about him. He should have been a chef.
An actor.
He has no mind for business.
Unless Hallwinter had map and now he is vanished.
Wait. Hallwinter. Where is Hallwinter?
It's a good question.
Hey, Blue. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I love to. Oh, good one.
Boy.
Real good. Wait, that's performance. That's performance.
Reroll.
I still have a chance. It's
Oh, it's
awful.
worse.
That's terrible.
It's worse.
That's so bad. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you, but it's gonna come
What?
back to haunt you in the future. Just FYI, it's gonna come back to haunt you in the future. All right? I just want you to know I'm giving
great.
this one to you. I'm gonna say you had advantage because you were so on edge to make sure no one got your cupcakes and muffins. You were just like a hawk, just watching everyone around you.
Oh my god.
That's the story we're sticking with. That's what we're sticking with here. But you notice 3 of those red scarfed gentlefolk are dragging a somewhat protesting
Mustachioed man.
towards a building, and he doesn't look like he wants to go, but is also still very weakened from being attacked.
I
And,
poke my head back into the inn, and I'm like, he's been kidnapped.
And
Son
as
of
you
a bitch.
shout, he's been kidnapped. You see Nero be like, well, if he's got the map, you've got to rescue him. And back outside, Blue, as you look back, you see that there are several little, like, ragamuffin children that have, like, several cupcakes and muffins in their hands. And as you have your little freak out, the camera pans out. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Son of bitch.
My cupcake.
Your cupcakes!
My muffins.
Dinner.
But yeah, thank you everybody. That was a absolute riot and a half, and I want to say everyone did an absolutely fantastic job. But what'd you guys think? Did you have fun?
It was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a good sesh.
Yeah, it was good.
I
Had a good laugh.
love this group.
Good sash, bro.
You guys are
Sesh, bro.
That's so
you
good.
guys are awesome.
Yeah.
All of
So good, dude.
you. Good, bro.
So
That was
good.
amazing. Yeah, that was fun. So, well, hey,
gonna
you
make
will
some
see
blueberry
these
muffins
lovely
now.
role players. What was that? I'm sorry, Patrick.
So I'm gonna make some blueberry muffins now.
You totally should. I just want to say, everyone, you all did a fantastic job. Just the chaos of y'all is fantastic. And what I would ask y'all to do is, before next session, I assume you're probably going to try to rescue your friend, because that's the first thing. He just has this habit of getting kidnapped, apparently.
I'm rescuing my muffins.
We use friends. So I want to know more about the campaign. This is homebrew. This is a module. This is a module. This is actually the starter box module that I am heavily editing because of these chaos monkeys. Because I can't. I was like, I have a story I want to tell, and they're like, we're gonna do crazy stuff, and I'm like, okay, here we go. Yeah, it's fun. If you read it, it will be, it'll just be chaos constantly. So that's, it's not gonna follow the story because they're just chaos monkeys, but it's fine. I love it. Because I'm a chaos monkey. Chaos goblins is what we're going with. But no, I thought everyone did fantastic, and I want to say thank you to everyone for playing. And Dova Yul, thank you so much for stopping in. Everyone that's watching, don't forget to subscribe. I think that's what the Twitch streamers say. I am on my path to try to get to affiliate. So if you have not already subscribed, or not subscribed, follow.
Follow.
Don't subscribe. I can't subscribe yet. Follow.
No.
Don't click to hit that follow button since you're watching. It definitely helps me out. I am just a couple away from having 50 followers, which gives me the opportunity to potentially say, hey, I want to be a Twitch affiliate. With that being said, we will be back next week, same time, same place. Well, different place, because now they're in Phandelver, and you will probably be running out of that doorway off to try and rescue good old Hallwinter, who just can't. And also the muffins, there's just these children, they're like, nom, 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 and you're like, my muffins! And they're like, oh no, run away, my muffins! It's good. And next week we'll explain to Zogun what a, I don't know, we'll explain
ruffian
something.
is.
We'll find another thing to explain. I don't know what it'll be. It'll be great.
A ragamuffin, right?
A ragamuffin is. Oh, what a ragamuffin is.
I know what a
something.
ragamuffin is.
All right.
I watched enough How I Met Your Mother.
We're just making jokes. It's sensitive. No, I'm just kidding. It's
I got
fine.
that one. We'll find something else.
We'll
to-
find something else to go over. Yeah, it's good. But awesome. Well, hey, everyone, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate the support. In the meantime, be well. A Tarrasque encounter. Maybe later.
No.
Also, that'd be a great way to end this campaign. Thank you, Dova Yol, for your
It's
suggestion.
the level 5
I'm
campaign.
Just gonna put that in my pocket of TPKs. All right, fantastic. With that being said, everyone have a wonderful rest of your evening. I am going to decompress with these lovely folks off air, and in the meantime, be well, be safe, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.